All right, guys, let's go ahead and get our math going for today. So we've been talking in math about perimeter. We've used perimeter of rectangles, we've used perimeter of squares, we've used some different formulas for those things. And today we're going to use perimeter of squares again, and we're going to do a review of some other things as well, but we're going to use perimeter of a square in a little bit of a different way. Okay, so I want to talk about if we're doing the perimeter of a square. Sometimes though, we're going to be given the total perimeter, okay? And we need to figure out what just one side is going to be. So if we're given, I'm going to draw a perfect square. Y'all watching this? Y'all know I'm an artist. Let's see. Oh yeah. How about, look at this perfect square. No, it's not crooked. You're looking at it sideways. Just you need to adjust your head or your eyes or something. It's not crooked. It's perfect square. We're gonna make believe and pretend it's a perfect little square, okay? So let's say that we are building a garden in our backyard, okay? We're building a garden, and we're gonna go to the lumber company with our dad to get the wood to go around the garden to enclose it. And we know our dad has written down that we need 24 feet to enclose it, right? So that means that P, perimeter, equals 24. All the way around, it's 24 feet, right? So we know that it's 24 feet total. How do we figure out what one side would be? Because when we get home, we've got to start just on one side. Whoa! No videographer, y'all. Problems with no videographer. I need one of y'all here to hold my camera for me to video. Okay, so P is 24. Okay, so how did we get 24? Remember, what did we do to find the area? I'm sorry, the perimeter. This got me all mixed up. Let me reset. Okay, what did we do to find the perimeter of a square? What did we say yesterday? We said for a square, P, perimeter, equals what? Yes, 4 times, oh, that's a beautiful multiplication sign. I'm writing so nice and neat and straight across. 4 times S, right? Because S stood for our sides. S here, there's an S here, there's an S here, and there's an S here. Are those S's? Yeah, okay. It's backwards in my camera. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, right? 4 times S, okay? So if we did multiplication to figure out perimeter, to figure this out, right? What are we gonna have to do to figure out what just one of them would be? That would be like the inverse operation, right? And the inverse means the opposite operation. So what is the opposite operation of multiplication? Yes, division. So that means that I'm going to divide, right, to get from our total to get back down to just one of these sides. Because if I'm building my garden, I need to know how long the length of each side needs to be in order to make it my perfect square, just like my drawing. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to take my total, 24. I'm going to do the opposite operation, which is to divide. Divided by what? 4. Right? And that's going to give us S each side, right? So what is 24 divided by 4? Well, 4 goes into 24 6 times, right? So 6 feet. That means that each of these S's is 6 feet. So when I get home with all of my lumber that my dad and I went and got to build our garden, I need to build each side 6 feet long, right? Can y'all see that? My beautiful drawing, my beautiful handwriting, right? Okay, so on your page for today, some of your questions are going to look like this. They're going to give you a total perimeter, the whole thing, right? They're going to give you the total, and you're going to have to do perimeter of a square, and you're going to have to do the opposite operation, which is division, to figure out what each side of that square would be worth, what the length of each side of that square would be. Okay, so that's how you're going to do those on that section. At the top, the very top of that page, you're going to need your ruler, because you're going to measure out each of those figures. You're going to label each side, just like I do. Label each side, and then in your answer, you're going to write what the perimeter is going to be. You're going to have to do your calculations and figure that out. On the bottom of that page, there are some story problems. And what do we always use when we're solving story problems? What's the method? We are going to use cubes. I don't want you just to write the operation and solve it. I want you to go through and circle, and I want you to underline, and I want you to box in, and I want you to eliminate any extra information, cross it out, and then you're going to solve. Okay, use our cubes method to do that. Okay, on the back of that page, it's a review. So today you can take some time to do some of those review problems. You can do 1 or 2 problems from each section. I don't usually ever require y'all to do the entire page, but today would be a good day to refresh on those skills that we haven't covered in a couple of days. So on the back of that page is a good review. I want you and your parents to decide if you do 1 or 2 from each section. And it could be, depending, you know that whenever we're in class, if you're missing 1 of them, or if you're missing 2 of them, then I go ahead and give you more problems for that concept. So it might be that you do a couple and you're like, I could use some more work on it, and then you just go ahead and finish that section of it, okay? So you use your discretion for that. You guys can take care of your own learning. You can be responsible for your own learning, and you can do that and take care of it, okay? So that's all for math today. Go ahead and take care of finishing that page, and if you have any questions, please give me a call or text me. Let me know what questions you have, okay? We'll talk some more about math tomorrow.